Well, welcome back. We left on a cliffhanger of sorts because we've begun to see how Genesis is developing a theology of kingship, especially through Judah. But all of this theology, it's moving somewhere and it's rushing in one particular direction towards a particular individual, namely the Messiah, which brings us finally to Genesis 49, verses 8 through 12. And listen to this prophecy here, starting in verse 8. Judah, as for you, your brothers shall praise you. Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons shall bow down to you. There's actually a play on words here because Judah's name means praise. And so, true to your name, Judah, your brothers will praise you, as in your tribe will be distinguished from all the other tribes of Israel, that you'll be a tribe with authority and a tribe with power, a tribe with dominion that's actually lifted high and celebrated as the ruling and dominant tribe of Israel. Verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp. From prey, my son, you have gone up. He crouches, he lies down as a lion, and as a lioness, who dares rouse him? So now we're seeing the imagery of a lion has become attached to the tribe of Judah now. Because just as a lion cub grows into this beast that's strong and royal, so too Judah grew into somebody who was strong and royal. And from Israel's greatest tribe will come now Israel's greatest person. Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet. The scepter, the ruler's staff, that this is actually what's placed in the hand of a king. And it's not just that this tribe will be powerful or royal, but that kings will come forth from Judah. And remember, whenever God told Abraham in Genesis 17, verse 6, that kings will come forth from you, this is it now. This verse is now specifying and telling you where exactly the kings of Israel will come from, namely the tribe of Judah. And even more, it's that from Judah will come the final king. And that's what we see in this next line, until Shiloh comes. If you're reading ESV, it might say something like, until tribute comes to him. Or if you're reading NIV, it might say something like, until he whom it belongs. But the LSB here and the NASB, they have the best translation, as in, until Shiloh comes. And the sense of this word until, it's to climax a moment. It's that, look, Judah, yes, is a royal tribe, and that from them will come all of these kings, king after king, but one day, finally, the last king will arrive, the one whom everyone has been waiting for, the one who puts an end to all previous kings because he is not just a king, he is the king, the final king. And his name is this, Shiloh. The word Shiloh is connected to the Hebrew word shalom, or peace, as in this is the peace man. He's the king of peace, the prince of peace, and that title of being the king of peace or the prince of peace is so perfectly fitting because look at that next phrase now. And to him shall be the obedience of the peoples. That's crazy. That's wild. The book of Genesis has been about everything but obedience. Genesis is filled up with stories of humanity rebelling with every fiber of their being against God. But now there's this Prince of Peace, and he can reverse everything around and even make obedience. It's how? How could he ever bring about the obedience of the peoples? The only way he could do that is if he had the power to change the heart. Genesis 6:5 reveals the problem behind every problem for mankind is the heart. But now Shiloh, this final king, he has the ability to change the very disposition of humanity such that he can actually and will actually enable others to obey him. And I can't help myself, even if it means we have to finish Genesis 49 next time. Let me just show you where this is all heading. Revelation chapter 5. Revelation 5 is this future inauguration. It's the coronation of the King Jesus. It's this crowning ceremony whereby Christ is crowned as the unbeaten, the undefeated, the unmatchable conqueror, vanquisher, and hero and champion of victory. And in Revelation 5, verse 2, John says, in this vision of the future, that he saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the scroll and to break its seals?" Verse 3. And no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or to look into it. That's a problem, because whoever can open this scroll can fulfill all of history. This scroll, it contains all the covenants, all the blessings, all the curses, all the promises of God. And so whenever nobody is able to open this scroll, no prophet of old, no Levitical priest, no previous king or patriarch or angel or creature, no one at all. Verse 4, John says, "Then I was crying greatly, because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or to look into it." And so if no one can open this scroll, then everything else in history is unfulfilled. It all fails. It's like we lived for nothing, we died for nothing. And so John, he breaks down here and he starts wailing with the deepest possible grief, because he realizes we are all doomed. And it's at this point, at this moment, verse 5, "And one of the elders said to me, 'Stop crying. Behold listen, the Lion from the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has overcome so as to open the scroll and its 7 seals.'" The first time you heard that phrase of a lion from the tribe of Judah was Genesis 49. And the last time that you hear that phrase is Revelation 5, whenever Jesus, at the end of days, is coronated as the King who takes the scroll, who opens its seals, and fulfills all of history as the King of Kings. Genesis 49, it gives you a glimpse into this future moment with the Messianic King. But now Revelation 5 expands that moment in such a grand way and says the Messianic King is none other than Jesus, and he'll come back in power. So get ready and worship him now, because one day, Revelation 5, verse 13, "Every created thing which is in heaven and on earth and under the earth and on the sea and all things in them, I heard saying to him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb, be blessing and the honor and the glory and the might forever and ever." That's the chorus of the praise and all the adoration given to the Lion of Judah, our King Jesus.